I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now.
I think that guy is so unusual.
Yeah.
His style so unusual, and his like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is widely regarded as the most intimidating boxer in the sport today, thanks to his explosive power, speed, and precision. He strategically waits for openings before delivering fight-ending knockouts. His defensive skills, agility, and adaptability make him nearly unstoppable. With unmatched confidence and a killer instinct, Tank dominates his opponents, solidifying his reputation as boxing's most dangerous fighter. Teddy Atlas considers Davis the most complete fighter in the sport, praising his ability to box, punch, and adjust to any style. With elite power, speed, defense, and ring IQ, Tank has all the tools to rule the boxing world.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love it. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Joe Rogan admires Gervonta Davis for his patience and precision in the ring. He notes that Davis doesn't rush, but instead carefully waits for the perfect moment to strike. In the early rounds, Davis throws fewer punches than most elite fighters, focusing on studying his opponent and finding weaknesses. Rogan also emphasizes Davis's nuclear option, his devastating knockout power, which gives him tremendous confidence in the ring.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I
Yeah.
think that guy is so unusual.
Yeah.
His style so unusual, and his like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician. He's great, Mexican style, but he's also a technician. And that fight was very close before Tank stopped him.
Yeah.
But he has that power that can end it.
But he finds these openings and
Yeah.
he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's
Right.
so patient.
Right.
Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he's like at a world champions that are competing today at the highest level. He probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds.
Mike Tyson has hailed Gervonta "Tank" Davis as potentially the greatest fighter of this era. Many see similarities between Davis and Tyson, particularly their explosive knockout power, relentless aggression, and killer instinct. Like Tyson in his prime, Davis strikes fear into his opponents, as they know a single punch from him could end the fight at any moment.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself? It's a wrap.
There we go. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Roy Jones Jr. believes no one in boxing today can defeat Gervonta Davis. He admires Davis's ability to box, punch, and execute his game plan flawlessly. According to Jones, very few fighters in this era possess the complete skill set that Davis brings to the ring. His combination of power, speed, and adaptability makes him a rare talent, capable of overcoming any opponent. Interview 5 Davis consistently enters his fights in peak physical condition. His dedication to training allows him to maintain a high work rate, sustain his power into the later rounds, and stay sharp defensively. His endurance and ability to remain explosive late in fights make him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Best ones out there is what they don't know gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound for pound, the best ones of the crew. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the crew, to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do it left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
We're gonna have some music on that bit.
In addition to his incredible punching power, Davis boasts exceptional speed and agility. His quick footwork enables him to move around opponents effortlessly, while his rapid hand speed allows him to land precise, devastating combinations.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning, I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning, if I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night, or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go no.
Davis's ability to explode at any moment makes him unpredictable, forcing opponents to constantly guess his next move. This unpredictability adds another layer of danger to his already formidable skill set.
Stage, you said, I'm gonna beat Tank's ass. What's your response to that?
A lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's forward built tough.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning, I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning, if I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night, or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in a gym.
Oscar de la Hoya acknowledges Canelo Alvarez's greatness, but believes Gervonta Davis is now in his prime and on track to become the face of boxing. With an undefeated record and growing popularity, Tank has positioned himself as one of the sport's biggest attractions. De La Hoya sees Davis surpassing Canelo in influence and legacy as he continues to dominate the ring.
Damn.
1, 2, 3.
Some still argue that Davis is an even better boxer than Terence Crawford. His ability to mix up punches, use different angles, and deliver powerful combinations sets him apart. Unlike Crawford, who often starts slow, Davis applies pressure when needed and finishes fights with precision. His adaptability in any situation makes him the most dangerous boxer today.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar de la Hoya?
No, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and he proved that he's the big dog. I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta, Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So, I mean, we have to, speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight, I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
My last question of the day. You mentioned a Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be difference in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell 4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight shouldn't take place.
Jose Benavidez has expressed admiration for Davis, calling him a great fighter who trains relentlessly. He even compared Davis to Mike Tyson, highlighting his raw power, tireless work ethic, and ability to intimidate opponents before the fight even begins.